Hi, my name is Erica Voss, and I'm Zachary Stanik's mom, and I've played the violin for about 14 years on and off. I'm not the best violinist, but I've enjoyed playing, so I've continued playing over the years. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the violin today, and I'll play you a little song. So this is what a violin looks like, and it has a few different parts that are important to know about. So up here we have the scroll, and in the scroll we actually have tuning pegs, and this is what we'll use to tune up and turn up and down to actually tighten or loosen the strings. Here you can see the strings, and those are what makes the sound on the instrument. The strings go forward until they hit a bridge, and the bridge holds the strings up away from the instrument. Underneath the strings are something called the fingerboards, and this is where the violinist will put their fingers in order to change the way that each individual string sounds. The sound itself comes out of these things called F-holes, and the violinist will put his or her chin here to hold on to the instrument. Now, pretty much all violinists will also have something called a shoulder rest. This is not part of the violin, it's something you buy separate, but it really helps you hold on to the instrument when you're playing. So most violinists will actually have one of these. There's also something called a bow, and this is what we push on the instrument to actually get the instrument to make sound. The bow has a very special type of wood on it. It's light, it's very even, so it helps the violinist make sound. And then there's bow hair, which is what you actually put on the instrument to make the sound. On top of the bow hair, I put something called rosin, and it gives it a little bit of a glide and allows it to also grip the strings a little bit. Bows can be tightened and loosened, and that's really important because you don't want the bow to be too tight all the time, so you'll loosen it when you're not playing. So again, these are the strings. So there's a G string, a D string, an A string, and an E string. And I can just use the bow to play it like that, or I can even use my fingers to pluck the strings to get a sound out. When I put my fingers down, it will change the sound of the strings. And I actually can do something called vibrato, where I actually move my finger a little bit to make one note sound a little different. So I wiggle my finger around, and that's vibrato. So those are some of the main parts of what a violin are, and I thought I'd play a little song. Okay, now I'm going to play a song. This is Partita number 2 in D minor. It's by Johann Sebastian Bach. It's a pretty old song, but violinists like to play it because it's a solo song. And specifically, it's a solo song that a violinist is not expected to play with a piano or an orchestra. So it's a really nice piece to know in case you're going to be playing by yourself. So again, this is Partita number 2 in D minor. thanks for listening to me play, and I hope you learned a little bit about the violin.